Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 Kaiserreich Socialist. Let's continue on from where we last left off. So overall, I think things are looking pretty good. I did notice that the CNT are doing very well in Spain. They've taken Madrid, and it's like, as long as CNT could win, I think that's really good for us, because again, it will just allow France to not have to fight a two-front war some point in the future. Rise in revolutionary fervor. So this is, I mean, do I care about any of the? I mean, either way, we'll still be where we want to be. But you know what? It's the Unions built the revolution. We'll just do a 10% bonus on that. That seems okay for now. Again, as long as we stay within the 30% range, we will be fine. Okay, Pruska war in Ecuador, not a big deal. How many troops do we have on the field right now? 173, 230,000 at like maximum, and that's including these tank divisions that we currently have at the moment as well. But you guys will deploy soon. I think maybe on the second row of units of infantry, that should be enough to kind of push us over that edge for the 250,000, which will allow us to start trying to unify Italy. Now, how do we want to go about that? I think it's a great question. Because we either attack the Italian Republic or we attack two Sicilies first. I'm not too sure which one I would prefer, to be quite honest with you. But I want to build land forts. I don't think so right now, but I think maybe against the Austrian border at some point in the future, I think could be useful. Because we do know what happens if you don't properly defend your borders. It could end up being pretty bad for you. Okay, so we've got our extra steel, our extra factory. Union Dawn Italian Congress. We don't see why the revolutionary is in the hand of only half the population. We are anarchists. We are also women, and we also want to make our revolution. Not have men make it for us. We don't want a struggle designed to fit the male, because we'll be screwed, as always. We want to fight so that we can claim our part and our share out. We wanted to make it clear that just now we're beside ourselves with joy. It would be a mistake to keep us at home. Said Ada Prospero at the annual Congress of Union Dawn Italian, the largest women's organization in the Republic. Union's goal is dedicated to women's emancipation and liberation. Ada Prospero in particular supports the creation of female combat units to fight for unification of Italy. Well, if they ask it during the war, I will definitely say yes. Because I think you'd be a fool to say no. We got 2 extra civilian factories off of you. Small political power gain. You might be more useful once we actually start unifying Italy. But you would also be really, really nice. Because we're going to be going to war actually pretty soon. So you know what? We'll get this military inspection. Getting the extra organization. The extra recovery rate. And you know what? Extra defense. All that sounds great. The command power is kind of useless right now. You know what? Can we spend that on just other generals that we haven't used yet? Details promote. I mean, we could just promote some people. The entries are promoted. We'll lose skill rank while adjusting responsibilities. It's only temporary. So you know what? Let's just promote a handful of people. Why not? They'll get a little bit worse, but it spends this command power, which I don't really need right now. And, you know, we're going to get a new army together. You guys can be the yellow army. And I'm fine throwing a field marshal in here. I see no reason really not to. It's really just like, who's the best attack skill? 3322. Infantry leader, you're adaptable. Sounds great. We're going to send you to the front immediately. Now, usually the Italian Republic is going to be a little bit weaker than two Sicilies. They'll typically just have less troops. Okay, and then when all of our units that are currently in training are actually on the field, we will have the manpower that we need. Which is good. And again, it's in the field. It's not just training, right? Yeah. Which, I mean, it is understandable. We have these 2 tanks almost ready to go. I guess we'll go like 3 rows on you for now as well. Oh, Switzerland is in the International. That actually is a great gain for us. Because having it, like, it just forces the... Ooh, 2 years less ahead of time penalty. This is a 39 tech. 2 years. Boom, done. Switzerland is a great find for us. Whenever you get, like, Switzerland and the Dutch in the International, Germany is just in, like, such a worse position. And I don't know how well the AI is actually doing. I guess we have to kind of wait until we see when the war actually begins, their unprepared modifier. See how bad that is for them. Again, assuming the AI gets it, I'm going to say that the AI probably does take the penalty. It'd be a little bit weird if they didn't. But I can also understand if the AI just gets a less bad penalty because the AI is also, like, not great. Okay, let's see. What do we want to take? Breakthrough plus 10%. I mean, it's always good. There's really never a time I don't want more breakthrough. Radio propaganda we don't need. How many trains do we have at the moment? 15 out of 32. Okay, those are looking good. Those numbers are looking good. And do I want to build a couple of motorized divisions? Give me, like, one. Nothing too crazy. Do we have enough trucks for this? We do. We actually need more rifles. In rifle production right now, we're at negative 2.2. We're making 51 a day. About a month and a half. Honestly, is not bad at all. And we do have anti-tank weapons now. I'm not too sure exactly, though, how I'm going to fit that into our plan here. I mean, I will get some going. You know what? Do we want to build the AI as well? We have the total anti-air. We might as well start getting this stuff going as well. Then, you know what? I'll even take 2 factories off of rifles for now, just to kind of get this stuff passively going in the background. They could be good for some support units in the future. And which one? I think maintain officer autonomy was better. Organization plus 10% is pretty good. Out of combat supply penalty is not horrible. And then your command power, which I think is basically dog shit. So yeah, give me maintain officer autonomy. I will definitely take that for sure. What do we want to take? We do not want to take you. We want to save up until we actually can do an actual doctrine. And you're going to give us a little bonus. So once you're done focusing, I guess you could say, I don't actually, what do you call it when it's doing it? It's not researching. It's national focusing. Once that's done, we can take our next level of doctrine, which I think will be really nice for us. Okay, we don't have units on the entire border yet with the Republic. Not that that's, like, bad. At least not yet. Light tanks, we're still very, very low on you. Spain is dead, so now it's just between the Carlists and CNT. I don't know why the Carlists got all that land, even though, obviously, CNT was occupying Madrid. I'm not going to worry about it right now. Do you want rubber? Don't want to trade a whole factory away for a little bit of rubber. You know, the answer is probably yes. Let's trade with Peru. Because, as far as I'm aware, I don't believe there's ever going to be a time where we are at war with Peru. Yes, I want to throw you back towards the presidency. Again, staying around that 0% mark is great. Is there anything I care about you? I don't think so. Do I want to send troops to CNT? It's about 50-50. You don't have that many volunteers. We could do it. Send 1 unit back. This time, try not to get him completely encircled like a jackass. Okay, let's send you over, my good friend. And also, I guess Yellow Army, you should actually have a plan of attack. Which is basically just go over here. Like, I didn't say it was a great plan. Or a complex plan. Okay, Chile and Argentina are now at war. The kind of funny thing about the Chilean-Argentinian war is Argentina really doesn't join the Reichspakt very often, and they don't really join the Entente very often. So, like, you're in this kind of weird spot where obviously having Chile and Argentina in the International would be better, but having Argentina and Chile being pro... I actually don't even know what this battalion is. But having them being pro or anti-us, I don't think it's that bad either, because again, they don't really join the Reichspakt very often. They love doing a Peru-Bolivia axis. But Peru is actually liberal. So they might not do it. Actually, I don't know what Peru needs to be for them to join the Peru-Lima axis. I think I would know. I don't know if they both need to be reactionary or what. Okay, our units have now arrived in Barcelona. Where do I want to send you? Obviously, it looks like the north is going to be a little bit better for us. Because you're not core, right? Oh, no, you immediately become a core state? Well, that's pretty... We're waning right now. We're high. Okay, you've taken this city. Excellent. Delete this. Where do I want to send you? I guess we can try to kill you. I mean, there's 2 units here. I'm just trying to think of how we can get this done in a way that makes sense. When will you be there? You'll be there in 2 days. We will be there in 11 hours. So we'll be on the defensive on that front. That is positive. I'm happy with that. For you guys, we'll just throw some into submarines. Let's just say 3 naval factories for now. Seems good enough. Okay, 24-22. How much equipment does each support battalion take? 24 and 20. So probably not every single unit will be able to have a anti-tank, anti-air unit in it. And that's fine, I think. Okay, you guys have next civilian. You guys are actually doing really, really well in the south. I would like to get more pressure put into central Spain, more towards Madrid. I think you need to kind of stay up here. And I want you to still be on the defensive wherever you can be. I don't want to give this guy any movement up here. Okay, ignore you for right now. Ignore workers' conditions for the moment, because we need to get our recruited population up. We don't have that many units actually in the field. You can surround this Carlist infantry. Now, he's not technically encircled because he does border France, I think. Yes, there's technically a small border between him and France, so they don't actually encircle, even though I'm sure the French government probably would not allow Spanish Carlist troops to cross the border. I think in all reasonable, I would say they basically are encircled. Patagonia wants manpower. I will send them the manpower because, again, we're sitting at 0. So I'm pretty sure that doesn't actually do anything negative towards us. Again, you think, again, at this point in my Hearts of Iron 4 career, I wouldn't know whether or not that actually puts it in, like, manpower debts. I don't think it does. They did take back Bilbao, though. So that's a little annoying for us. How are you guys doing everywhere else? Honestly, like, not great. You're still at waning. You're still on high. So they're still taking some penalties here. You have now been killed. That is great. I think CNT spent way too many units on that encirclement for no good reason whatsoever. Do you not border this province? Am I crazy? Do these not border each other? Like, why would you not put an infantry division in that spot unless they don't border? Okay, there's other open provinces as well. Look, that's okay. Okay, now you're completely filled up. Happy to see it. I think you're on the defense here. You're actually not. Delete this order. I'm going to send you here for now. CNT's in a bit of a weird spot. I will say that. I'm not happy about it. By the way, is there anything we can do with you? Negotiate the factory cooperatives. That's pretty good. I know it is going to set us back on the manpower gain that I was just talking about. But I still think that this is a net bonus for us. So I will still take it. Okay, so this French troop is going to get pushed back ever so slightly. And that's okay. Now, I don't really know what our plan is right now. Let's go see if we can take this city. We cannot take that city. Let's see if we can maybe support you here. 7982. I'm a little bit worried about CNT. These borders are not looking phenomenal, to put it mildly. You're telling me to do all the other... Okay, which of these am I never going to do? Don't worry about any of this stuff at the moment, okay? It doesn't matter. I mean, it does matter, but it doesn't matter right now. We can worry about that at a later date. You have 4 Entente units here. Now, the thing is, the Carlists are still pretty far away from capitulating. And Carlist, Spain will always join the Entente. It's guaranteed. They don't have an opportunity to be neutral. Let's throw one more on aircraft. I think that sounds good to me. More military factories, please. I know our civilian economy is hurting a little bit. Like, we actually have more military than civilian. But trust me, it might be okay. Is there anything on this we want? You're a year ahead of times. Arm-piercing bombs. I mean, that could be maybe okay. You're all 39 techs. Like, we're going into 38. I will say that our I think we're doing pretty well in research, all things considered. Give me more reliability, please. Thank you. Strikes against Mussolini. Okay. The 25 political power. It's fine. We can deal with it. Again, it's still better than the negative 10% war support penalty. I don't know why. I don't know why you would ever take it, unless I guess you were going full syndicalist. Okay, what do you have? You create bicycle infantry. We get a free unit. You create variants. You create a bunch of tank destroyer variants. I mean, that's cool. You don't give me a tank, though. Which I think would be quite nice. You actually need us to research better weapons. That's actually kind of interesting. I don't think I've ever seen a focus require you to have a certain technology researched. Like, I might be mistaken. But I don't feel like I've ever actually seen that. Okay, Puerto Rico declared their independence. That's fine. CNT, I would say, I think you're stretching your borders out a little bit thin, buddy, but who am I to judge? Okay, support weapons 2 is done. Marines, I don't think we're going to really need. The 38 medium tanks, I will speak into research, though. I think that does make sense for us. And what are we actually really missing? Rifles, tanks, tactical bombers. I'm surprised we're missing so many tactical bombers. I'll throw another factory in the tank production. That seems fine. And then you are upset because you're missing a handful of tanks. Not many, like a handful. But you are missing some tanks. And I understand that. Okay, looks like America's collapsed. Actually, I should look. What's happening in the United States right now? The CSA is looking golden. Wow. We absolutely love to see it. And I haven't even had to do anything to help them out. Which is nice for me. We're going to put another faction into truck production. Just so we can use them for better supply lines in the future. Okay, American Union State and Pacific States have signed a non-aggression pact. Which means they're really going to try to focus on the CSA. This tank, what do I do with you? I believe Red does have Panzer Expert, right? Yeah, so I think the tanks make more sense to be in Red Army at the moment. And then Yellow Army, honestly, is kind of a bit more of like a defensive army. In the sense that, they're just here to make sure the Italian Republic can't push into us when we go into Two Sicilies. Because I think Two Sicilies being our main target makes sense. And then you have, I mean, it gives us a lot of political power, which is good. And then we can attack a lot of people, which is fun. Do I have any idea what the hell our... What is this? I've never even seen this logo, but yeah, we'll create an agency. Do we have any idea what's happening in 8 to 28? We're at 33, so we have the most divisions for sure. Which is good for us, of course. I want to push our way towards Madrid. See what we can get out of that. Because again, you're currently at waning. Taking Madrid might get them down to low. And I would say that would be quite nice for us. Anywhere I can move you. Not really right now. I do see northern Spain looks like it's basically abandoned, which is nice. Don't encircle me. I'm watching you. Yes, can someone take this province so I don't get encircled? Thank you. Okay, I do appreciate that. Because I don't want to lose another unit for no reason whatsoever. Anti-tank. I mean, this could be good for the anti-tank when this comes in. I don't know when it's going to come in, but at some point. By the way, you all have companies? You should. And then you can't deploy because we don't have any manpower for the boat. And I mean, that's understandable. I don't like it, but I understand it. Okay, I'm going to pull you one back. Now, the wars for Italy's unification is going to... Oh, yes, absolutely. Why would I ever say no? I mean, I guess you get political power off of this, but I would much rather take a research bonus and a civilian factory. It's just... It's literally just straight up better. Okay, move your way up north, maybe. And what do we want to do? We get an extra research slot could be nice. You are fucking garbage. Leah, let's just take an extra research slot. 235, which allows us to go straight up to limited conscription. Looks good to me. And the organization bonus is also okay. You guys are actually encircled right now, which is kind of funny. Now, again, we're not going to declare war immediately. Even though it actually looks like the war begins on instantaneously. It's not one of those, like, oh, you got to press a button and then wait 20 days. Nah, you start that shit immediately. Which I would say is good. It's good for us. Okay, we take this. We got 2 smaller encirclements. And I want you to push away towards Madrid. I'm not going to start the war quite yet. I will at least want to see if we can take Madrid first. Before we make some hasty maneuvers. Actually, we'll send you the Red Army. Have a full army down there makes sense. I just want to see if we can kill Carlos Spain. I think they will end up dying in the long run. Because they have, I mean, they get 2 encirclements here. There's like 3 divisions or some shit in there. I don't even know. We've taken Madrid. That gets them down to low. So they're actually just taking straight up penalties now, which is golden. Okay, we got more encirclements. You're going to get killed off. You're encircled. And I would say that is going to be a good point for us to end off this episode. So tune in tomorrow so we can unify Italy. But until then, thanks for watching. Have a great day and goodbye.